Give them hell! Give them hell!
We're talking about the future. Sprawl is the past.
Exactly. Big box.
This is the future. And ladies and gentlemen, a lot of things have been said about the two sites. And I want to tell you right now, based on the information the mayor will acknowledge that we had in camera, that the city council, in all honesty, cannot accept the East Mountain deal because it's crap. We're really talking in that case about how we're going to deliver 100 acres to make a shopping center up off the Lincoln to Red Hill. We don't need a shopping center up there. Exactly. But what we do need is what everybody has been talking about, is the revitalization of our downtown. Yep. Now what that means, one of the things that Bob Young said was that you have to be within 700 meters of a parking spot to the stadium. There's thousands of parking spots around here. From King and Hess to Barton and Hess is 700 meters. If you can't make that walk down there, you shouldn't be going to a football game. There were a lot of problems that I had, and to be honest, politicians should be making the best decision, and this has become the best decision for the community for a couple of reasons. One was we were concerned about the remediation of the site. How much pollution, how much contamination is in there? This Friday we got the report the mayor will acknowledge. There's actually less contamination in that site than they thought, about 30% less, and it will be much cheaper to actually clean it up. So we have a bonus now. We know what the costs are roughly going to be, and we know we can afford it. And secondly, you'll be hearing in the next few days about hundreds of millions of dollars of new development between here and Bay Street. It's actual. It'll happen if we get the stadium, because these kinds of projects don't come along every day. And what the city has to do, and what Bob Young has to do, is think, what is the most we can get out of this opportunity? A shopping center at Red Hill in the Link? Or how about a downtown that we no longer have to be ashamed of and not bring our people around? Nobody, including the people who are supporting the East Mountain, will ever be happy until this downtown returns to what we see here in Hess Village. The great job that these investors have done to bring this part of the city back. We're going to bring it all back. And we're going to do it with a stadium in the West Harbour. Mark my words. Thank you.
Be strong, be strong.
I do a few things in town. I grow businesses. I'm up at the Innovation Park. I've invested, like Bob Young, several millions of dollars into Hamilton. Into building Hamilton into the city that we think it needs to be. Louder. Into the mic. I've also invested a lot of time with a lot of really good folks in Hamilton around the Community Foundation, the Poverty Roundtable, the Jobs Prosperity Collaborative, McMaster, Mohawk, volunteering on these various groups, as many people do. And we talk about what makes a city strong. Well, it's really quite simple. Great cities are made of great communities, and great communities are made of great people. But they have to connect, and we have to connect people with other people to design our city, and that's process. And we've had a process throughout this entire discussion about Pan Am, about where and how we want our city to be. And that process and the trust we have with our partners was completely taken away yesterday.
Yeah. Exactly. Democracy wins.
We have partners that have decided on their own that it's more important to invest into what is essentially a small retail business that actually is a football club. It's more important to invest in that small retail business than it is into city building. So what is city building? We've seen in this city, we have a lot of issues, but we have more opportunities than issues. We've seen with things like the Code Red report, the huge imbalance of health outcomes of folks who live downtown and folks who live not downtown. When you see differences of someone who dies 20 more years earlier in downtown than say in Ancaster or Dundas, that's a real clear sign that we need investment downtown. When we think of city building, we invest into people first. That's our education system. That's investing into our children. But that's also, we need to invest into place. And place includes walkable, cyclable, places to live, places to congregate, places to converse. This is what makes great cities. And if you look at our priorities, and if council, and I mean all of council, had truly looked at all of our priorities over the last 6 months during this process, downtown redevelopment, how long has that been on our agenda?
Exactly.
How long?
It's supposed to be number one.
20 years. Okay? How long has remediation of brownfields been on our agenda? Too long. How long has walkable, cyclable, and having public transit in our city been on our agenda? LRT, GO Train. How long has getting good people to come to live in Hamilton and stay in Hamilton, so for greedy capitalists like me will actually want to hire them into my businesses that we're trying to grow at the Innovation Park? How long has that been? So why would you put a stadium on the East Mountain where it has no possibility for leveraging any one of those particular city building initiatives downtown? Why would you do that? But today is not a wake. Today is a celebration. Today's a celebration because we have, and I think today will go down in Hamilton's chapter as being the day that Hamilton grew up. This will go down in history as the day that Hamiltonians decide how Hamilton is built and not single private interests. This is the day that Hamiltonians hold their own council members accountable. Ones who don't understand sustainability and growth, and those who flip-flop between sustainability and growth. We have to hold and we need to ask our partners, and I say partners, our federal government and our provincial government, we have to ask them for their accountability. Why would they bypass our opinion on something as critical and as important as our city building? We must hold them accountable, and today's the day we grow up and hold them accountable. So our suggestion, my suggestion is really quite simple. Let the province, let the feds, and let this retail business called the Ticats go and do their thing. Let them do it. But not with our money. Not with our local money. We need our local money for local priorities that we define, not somebody else. I sat in a meeting last night, and the imagination of what the West Harbour could be. A velodrome that there is full-time. Do you know that we today have a plan that's 20 years to actually put bike paths in our entire community? 20 years. And it would cost $50 million. Wouldn't that be a better investment than a stadium? A velodrome that's complete and there year-round. We could be a biking city. That was an idea last night. We could put a new high school and a new Y and recreation and those sort of things down at the West Harbour. It's our imagination. It's our money. It's our say. Thank you.